Good afternoon, good afternoon, and good afternoon, and good afternoon. Welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. One day sponsored by Red Bull and the Green Edition. The Green Edition Red Bull, fantastic drink for refreshing yourself on a nice sunny afternoon on a Friday. Let's get into it, as they say. Never say that. Celtic have announced the third player of the summer. Yes, Celtic today finally announced the deal to bring Benji to Celtic. Celtic are delighted to have signed the Swedish international Benji on a 5-year deal. As always, subject to international clearance that always goes through. They always put that in, I don't know why. The 23-year-old attacker joins from the Danish side, where he scored 15 goals last season, and his impressive club form also gained some international recognition. He's already scored 2 goals and 4 appearances for Sweden. Could he be the next Henrik Larsson? Oh, that'll get people talking, won't it? Could he be the next Henrik Larsson for Celtic? Just do a poll, Baz. Do a poll. Shall we do a poll? Will there be enough people on? Start a poll. There's going to be, obviously, people will talk about the comparison that they're both from Sweden, but will he be as good as the King of Kings? Will he be as good as the King of Kings, Henrik Larsson? It's in the poll. No, straight away someone says, disrespectful, sacre bleu. Ha! Somebody jumps straight in. 3 people jumping straight in saying no chance, no. Will Benji be as good as the King of Kings? He's only 23-year-old. You got to remember, when Henrik Larsson came to Celtic, he was woeful. He had that hairdo. He passed. He cost us a goal the first game. He was terrible. Take your green-tinted 7-year spectacles off of Henrik Larsson at his prime. Think of Henrik Larsson before he broke his leg. Think of Henrik Larsson when he first came to Celtic. You know, give the guy a chance. He's just in the door, for goodness sake. And then people will say, Baz, why are you asking? Why are you comparing? Why are you even suggesting? I'm not. The question is, will he be as good as the King of Kings? He's got the potential. He's on a 5-year deal. Just think about it. Just think about it for a minute. Just take it in. It's Friday. Red Bull Day. Just no vodka. The Shagger's on the house. Lindsay says no chance. Lindsay, come on. Give the guy a break. He's just in the door. Anyway, Celtic going to say in their statement, speaking about the latest addition to the squad, Brendan Rodgers said we're delighted to have brought Benji to Celtic. We're looking forward to working with him. He's an exciting quality player who will add to our attacking options in the squad. No, it won't, Brendan, because you're going to lose Nico Kuhn any day now. Just saying. We're delighted to brought him in. He's an exciting quality player who will add to the squad. He's a young player who's already gained plenty of experience at club level, whilst impressive performance last season saw him gain first caps for Sweden. Joining Celtic is in the next step in his career. Having spoken to him, he's delighted to be here. He's ready to take on the exciting challenge at home and in Europe. He's a player that I'm sure his supporters will enjoy watching. It's great to have him as part of our squad, speaking exclusively to Celtic TV after completing his move to the Scottish champions. Benji said, I feel as if I've signed for an amazing Celtic. It's so nice to be here. I'm looking forward to this so much. I'm a player who wants to create a lot of chances towards goal. I am the link between the defence and the offence. I can run a lot. I can win a lot. I'm offensive-minded player. I also work hard to try and do my best in all parts of the game. I'm a very competitive person. This is something that I brought about that I want to bring to Celtic. Celtic are a huge club and I love that. They have that winning mentality. I want to be with similar-minded people who also love to win. It's a song lyrics, isn't it? I had my breakthrough when I was very young, so I'm 23 years old. He's played over 200 games. Wow. He's played over 200 games, so he does have the experience. He's not. That's not a project player, is he? People will go, he's only cost 1.2 million. It's a bargain. He is not a project player. Sometimes Celtic go out and bring these players in at around about that age, but the fact that he's played over 200 games says that he has been around for a good few seasons. He says, I've got a lot of experience that I want to bring to the game to Celtic and also help improve my game. It is the third summer signing. Obviously, first in the door was Kieran Tierney, who was brought back to Celtic by Brendan Rodgers, who was just as excited then as he was today. About bringing Kieran Tierney back. And then next up was young Ross Doohan, who was brought back, and the goalkeeper who came through the system at Celtic. And it's quite a defensive first couple of players that were brought in. It's good to see an American talk to the offensive side of the game, getting some recognition and quality added. Well, not American at all. The fact that he's been targeted by Anderlecht, Copenhagen and several American clubs last season is fantastic that Celtic did manage to get him. He scored a hat-trick in the European Conference League, thrashing Fenerbahce. Oh, Fenerbahce, remember them? Remember when Celtic played Fenerbahce? Good few years ago now. No, it was a good few years ago. But anyway, he's had regular game time, and he scored 35 goals in 106 appearances. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see how he takes to life. And let's face it, if he's the upgrade of Nico Kuhn, it won't be a bad thing. Allowing new players to build their own legend. Yeah, of course they will. Of course they will. But there will always be that little bit of comparison because they're Swedish. Because he's Swedish. That's the only comparison, really. I mean, I'm sure he will go on to score a bucket load of goals. And I think, I'm going to go against the grain. You're going to have a lot of fans. He looks scared. Oh God, the Huns commented on it. He looks scared. We welcome the chase, is what he probably said. Here we go. I knew it was going to happen. 80 million cash in the bank. Raking about for cheap deals. Kuhn out 15 million, Benji in 1.2. All I'm going to say to that is, whilst we would like to go out and spend £15 million on players, would Celtic pay 15 million for Nico Kuhn? And I'm going to reply that to the guy. There we go. Would Celtic pay 15 million for Kuhn? No, they wouldn't. It's as simple as that. It's the way that the business is. I mean, if we've brought this guy in on a 5-year deal, who knows? He might score. He might do a Kyogo Furuhashi and score 30 goals in the next season. He might do a Lee Griffiths and scoring goals. Do you know, he might score 30, 40 goals in his first season at Celtic, and then you might get another club coming in and go, do you know what? We'll give you 25 million for him. Then it's a good piece of business. And then the people that are saying it's Celtic going down the cheap route again, it's not. He's got 6 months left on his contract. Celtic have played a fantastic game in getting him with 6 months to go on his contract. If he had 2 or 3 years, if he had 4 years like Nico Kuhn had on his contract, you wouldn't be paying 1.2 million for him. That's a fact. So, do you know, it doesn't matter. Does it matter what we paid for him? You need to stop looking at the price tag of players. We did that last season, and we said we paid too much for Arne Engels. We put a lot of pressure on Arne Engels because he cost £11 million. People are saying, no, he's not worth it. Is Nico Kuhn worth £15 million? I don't think he is. We wouldn't pay it. Celtic as a club, as a fan base, would not pay £15 million for Nico Kuhn. You know, so you can't give it out. Oh, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. He's Henrik's Pawn Lerner. We are financially robust and have a proven track record of developing players, with Brendan Rodgers at the peak of his powers. This is a winner any way you look into it. Kaiser, we are financially robust, yes, I'll give you that. A track record of developing players. We're about to take a loss on Gustav Lagerbielke. We're going to take a loss on Rocky. Louis Palmer's come in. We haven't developed him. There's numerous players over the last couple of years that Brendan Rodgers hasn't worked his magic on. So I understand what you're saying. But we're not as good as what we used to be. You know, we had quite a good turnover of players, increased profits. Over the last, we've had a lot of players who haven't made it. You know, you could think back to a goalkeeper that we bought for $4.5 million and we let go for nothing. So let's give Benji a big welcome. For me, I think it's a cracking signing. But then again, I said that about Gustav Lagerbielke. What do I know? Don't do a t-shirt about him. Don't do a song about him. And let's just get him into the team. And hopefully he scores an absolute bucket load of goals for Celtic. It's been an interesting day, obviously, with Celtic releasing that new merchandise in the morning. You'd think if Celtic had done it right, they would have got the player in and be like, oh lad, go and put this new strip on. There you go, son, that's it. Getting 2 shots at the title here. 2 shots at the title here, lads. We got a new player and we'll just slip in this new strip at the same time. And we'll not really tell the fans that we're doing the new strip, but they'll get them, oh, is that a new strip? They get them asking about it. And then we'll go, yeah, there it is. Phone hook. See, that's how you do marketing, Celtic. Not the other way about. Don't release the strip and say, here's this Irish connection strip. And then wheel the player out later. And, but anyway. They're the ones that are paid for marketing. I'm just paid to do YouTube. Anyway, we move on from that. It looks like the Como one is picking up some traction for Nico Kuhn as well. That is picking up a lot of new traction. And other news, Celtic Foundation have made a donation to of €10,000. They did that to the last time they were in Ireland, didn't they? They made a 10,000 donation to some charities in Ireland. Fabrizio Romano says, is the £2 million Braga bid going further forward? It is going to be a busy week for Celtic next week. Obviously a lot of the players will return back. We do have a game. Yes, we do. Thank goodness. Something else to talk about rather than just players and potential players. Having only got 3 players in, and when we have only 7 days, 5 hours, 59 minutes until the next Celtic game. We made it. Not yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It is the first game in pre-season. It kicks off at is it 7:45 Celtic time or 8:45? I'm just fucking it's all over the place. Anyway, it's a nighttime kick-off on a Friday night. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Not a thing. So there was a little vote going, will he be as good as the King of Kings? And people are saying, no, not a chance. How can he be? Let Benji have his holiday before he's announced. He's been announced, Martin. He's been announced today by Celtic 40 minutes ago. That's why we're talking about it. Oh jeez. But anyway, we move on. It is a fantastic signing. Will Celtic get more players in next year? What about the new top Baz? It's not doing for me at all. I spoke about it this morning, Francis, in the video, and I've got to say it's another interesting one. It's do I still have the pictures of it on the live? I think I took them down, didn't I? Yeah, I took them down to put up Benji. It's probably better that we put up Benji. It's a third strip. It's the whole reason for the strip is because we're playing a game in Ireland. They'll wear the strip next week to try and get some money, try and get some people to buy it. Brian says that for a bit, so yeah, that's we spoke about the 2 million offer for Gustav this morning. Puts an end to all this July pish. Yeah, exactly, Kaiser, doesn't it? All this pish that we're not announcing players till July. I love you, mate. I love you. You know it. You know it, mate. I could just see you there sitting pushing yourself laughing. Benji should be wearing the new top. Double reveal. I think because the pictures of the strip was taken a while ago because it's got Yang in it. It's got players in. Who cares? Don't know. They've obviously been sitting on it for a while. I mean, there's no way were they pictures just taken in the last week. Surely. But you never know. They might have been. The players have been back at Lennox Town, sneaking in and sneaking out. Don't know. And maybe it was just taken this week. Either that or Celtic and Adidas have been sitting on it for about a month. There's more chance of that because remember that Celtic did announce that the new strip before the end of last season. So they probably had this strip done at the same time. And the pictures taken at the same time. Which does seem a bit strange because you would want to try and get your new players in the new tops, wouldn't you? And wheel out a player in the new top. Double dunter. But anyway, let's just move on from that. Rodgers is buzzing to get the Benji deal in. And a 5-year deal. It's another. You've got to look at the good side as well. It's another player. People are talking about how long will Brendan Rodgers be here. No matter how long he is here, what he is doing is he's putting in place potentially a squad of players that will far outlast him. And then it'll be for the next manager to improve on these players. And so, you've got to give Celtic their due. Every player apart from Ross that's came in, I mean, he's been given a 5-year deal. You've got to say that's a good thing. You've got to say that protects Celtic. Same Nico Kuhn's on a 4-year deal, so it plays into Celtic hands. Some people will say, like, he's not worth 15 million. Take the 15 million and run. Celtic will go, well, here's his stats. You've seen his stats. He's on a 4-year contract. We want 20 million for him. It's as simple as that. So it does protect Celtic going forward, and the hope that the young Swedish player will come in and potentially be able to turn that 1.2 million into 15 to 20 million. You never know. You just never know. You never know in football. It's a crazy old game. Like, let's get this votes to 100 votes. It's at 53. Come on, there's been over 400 people online on a Friday afternoon. It's always a difficult time to go live because there's not a lot of folk out because, let's face it, it's Friday. A lot of people going on in the comments. We only have to play Benji 3 days for the wage of June. He'll not get paid. His contract probably won't start until the first. When you look at the fine print. In fact, if it's on, let me just see how good Transfer Market is at updating their site. They're usually on the ball with this kind of stuff. No. Put it this way, Transfer Market still has him valued at €6 million. So Transfer Market still has him at €6 million. There's a lot of question mark next to Celtic in his name. So people saying that we're going in cheap and buying a player cheap. I think it's a great bit of business by Celtic. I really do. He can play in the central midfield role. He's a very versatile player. He can play in the central midfield role. He can play as a right winger and a left winger. which offers up a lot of opportunities for him. If Dyson Maeda goes into the central position, he could take over Dyson Maeda on the wing. If Jota goes in, until Jota comes back, he can take over from the gap that's been left by Jota. And then when both those players are back and playing in their natural positions, even though Dyson Maeda it's not his natural position, he sees that as more a central role. It could be the fact that, we'll put Dyson on the wing and we'll pull him back into the midfield, in the central midfield role. You never know. Does this position put paid to us bringing in another midfielder? And has it put the kibosh on us signing a young Lennon Miller from Motherwell? All these are questions that are going to get answered over the last couple of, the next month or so, more than a month, because we're still in June. You've got July, and August to go. Baz, Celtic should be in from Leon, who ran amok at Ibrox last season. He can play on either flank. I don't think that you're going to get a player with the versatility that he's got, and can you get as good a deal as that, getting a £6 million player for 1.2 million? Do you know, they know that it's the end of his contract. Celtic have obviously been ramming down the price, as Celtic do, so we'll wait and see. For me, I think it's a cracking deal. Due to his verse. Put it this way, we brought in, you're always going to, if he plays in that central midfield role, you're going to compare him to Arne Engels, and the fact that he can play in a lot more positions than Arne Engels. They've tried Arne on sort of the left side of midfield, the right side of midfield, and then the holding Callum McGregor's role. So we'll wait and see. We're looking at loads of players. We're going to get mentioned. With umpteen players, and as it stands, we've got 3 players in so far this transfer window. There will be a lot of players leave. I reckon there's going to be at least 5 or 6 players will still leave Celtic. As it stands just now, we've lost Greg Taylor, we've lost the goalkeeper that sat on his arse for 5 years. So, do you know what? We've not made the squad bigger as yet. We're just turning over a numbers game, and that's what will continue to happen for the next couple of weeks. It will be, people will start leaving the club, people will go out on loan, younger players. So, Brendan Rodgers has got his he's got his work cut out for him. Let's hope Benji hits the ground running, and I hope he does as well. And I really hope that he comes in, and if he's been brought in to be first directly cover for Jota, or the replacement, Scott Bain, or as a replacement for Nico Kuhn, he can't have as bad a season as what Nico Kuhn had the second half of the season. If he hits the ground running, then Brendan Rodgers can have no excuses with Benji. He gets him in at the start of pre-season. He's got his full pre-season to work his magic with him. So there could be no excuses at all come December, come Jalemba, in the next transfer window. There could be no excuses from Brendan at all. It is up to Celtic now to get in more players, because let's face it, Brendan will want to get in as many as we can. He's talking like a player playing the central, not in the wings. You could say that, but I mean, I'm just looking at the stats on the position he's played the right wing and the left wing and the central midfield role. So could he be that? Could he be taken over from Callum McGregor in the central midfield role? Allow Callum McGregor to go further forward? We don't know. I'm sure. There's one thing for sure. We've got a player that, for the money, is an absolute bargain. And we'll just leave it at that. So, who's next? Who will be in the doors next? Will Celtic get any more deals done today? I doubt it. What is the hold up with young Osmond? Will he be announced next week? And will the conveyor belt start going both ways, both exits and incomings? Will that be the start of it next week as we look forward to the first game of pre-season, when we all get a little bit excited to see Celtic back, and then you watch the game and you go, it's fucking shite, wasn't it? Typical pre-season game. Never happy as fans. Anyway, that is me done and dusted for this afternoon. We'll just close that poll down. Been over 500 people on the live. Thank you to everyone who has been on the live, because I know that it's difficult on a Friday afternoon, a lot of people working, but welcome Benji to Celtic. Transfer news today is the deal is done finally. He was talking about linking defence and attack. Yeah, but that could be, the wingers can do that. A lot of wingers turn defence into attack, and that's what makes them really good. Benji's a 10, the lad can play. We'll soon see. The number 7 shirt has become a bit of a poison chalice. But there's only two number 7s at the club just now. It's either going to be Louis Palmer, who was wearing the number 7, but he'll be sold. So Jota's got the number 7 shirt. And I don't see it as much as a poison chalice. Most Celtic fans talk utter shite. I don't blame them. Benji will be better than Kuhn if he played on the right wing. Well, we'll wait and see. Anyway, will he be better or as good? Will he be as good as the King of Kings? 68% said no, 31% say yes. Even though the guy's not even in the door, and if he goes on to score 20 goals in his first season, statistically, he'll probably be better than the King of Kings. And on that note, have an absolutely fantastic day, Celtic fans. Fourth, all around the world.